There I am, going live from work. Is that crazy? I'm on my lunch break. A lunch break from running out of things to do. I kid you not, I had stuff lined up as what I was going to catch up with, and it's only 2 p.m. I'm going to stay till 6, and I think I've run out of things to do. So I decided to take lunch and think about what else I can do. I'm in trouble, dude. But I don't mind. I started sorting some new folders to put together, so I have that all prepared when things get busy. But I figured since I'm on lunch, I'll tell you a military story. So my military story goes back to when we deployed and we had time off. And a lot of things that people did out there in Al Udeid was we would watch Netflix. Some people had movies and TV shows, series recorded and saved on their computers and thumb drives, and we would just watch stuff. And I got all caught up on Supernatural at the time. That was my thing. And then I got into Robot Chicken, and it was fun. I mean, it's a little sketchy. I don't recommend it for the younger people, but let me tell you about the one Robot Chicken episode that made us lose our mind. It was I'll post a link to that episode below because it's that good. This was before I even owned chickens, okay? And we were in like a common area where we all could just hang out at tables and just be together. Men were not allowed near the women's sleeping quarters. Women were not allowed toward the men's sleeping quarters, so we couldn't really hang out in our bunk areas. So we went to the common areas, and everybody brought a laptop. If you had a laptop, you had something to watch, kind of like a television. So every day that I was off, I would be in the same place watching Robot Chicken day after day on my laptop. And it accumulated a crowd of people from my unit, and we all hung out. And we were watching one episode. It was making fun of Law and Order. If you remember Law and Order, it was very popular on TV. I'm not going to lie, every episode was pretty much the same. And Robot Chicken hit the nail on the head. They pretty much created a skit of every Law and Order that you've ever seen, except two things. All the characters in the show were chickens, and everything that was being said in the show was just chicken balking. And so AJM, oh my gosh, how are you? So I'm in the middle of the story. I hope you didn't miss too much, but basically when I was deployed and we had time off, we would watch a show called Robot Chicken, and we hit one episode that was making fun of Law and Order. And all they did was they took a bunch of chickens, and there was a chicken jogging in the park, and he stops to get a drink, and he looks over, and he sees a dead chicken in the bush. The next thing you see, it's two chicken feet sticking out of a covered area. So it was like a crime scene. And there were these two investigator chickens that are like, bark, bark. And that's all they're saying. And you have like 6 grown adults taking their time off from work and stuff at a deployed area. So we're still like in uniform, and we're all sitting around a table watching a laptop, watching Robot Chicken. And it just escalates, because then it goes to the investigation where they're interrogating a chicken who is the suspect, and then they go to the courtroom, and then there's a lawyer chicken, and then there's a judge chicken, and everybody's like, bark, 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 and it's freaking out. It's so much funnier when you see it. So I really got to post that link to the video. When I finish this, give me 5 minutes. I'll post the link. You got to watch it. It's ridiculous. It's only a 2.5-minute skit. And we were losing our minds. We were in stitches. And when you're in a common area out in Al Udeid, you kind of have to behave, and stuff. And we were getting so loud and so rowdy watching the show that all of a sudden we realized our first sergeant, yes, it was Seth Green created that. The one. It was such a good show. And so we're sitting there just losing our stuff. And our first sergeant comes over. Our first shirt is kind of like an NCO that's in charge of the younger airmen in the lower ranking. And he sees this commotion and he comes over, and we didn't even have the bearing to like explain or say anything. We were just laughing so hard. And he's like, okay, I gotta see what you're watching. And we were kind of like, because some of Robot Chicken stuff can be a little inappropriate. And we were hoping that this skit wouldn't end up in some realm of someplace too inappropriate. But he came over and we rewound it a little bit, and he started watching, and we were all just still dying. And this, you could tell he was trying so hard to be the first sergeant and be, serious. And we were all laughing, and we were just like dying. And we were, even though we were watching it a second time, it was even funnier. And finally, you could see he was just like pressing his lips together. And finally, he's like, as you were, and walks away. It's like he couldn't get out of there fast enough. And we were losing our stuff, but he never said we had to stop. He never said we were getting too loud or too rowdy, because I know that's what he came over to start to say. But when he saw that, we were just like, yes. If he can't even tell us to stop laughing, then it had to be a funny show, because he was a hard dude. And chuckle muscles got exercise. Yes, I love you, AJM, man. That was a lot of fun watching that guy just sit there and just chew on that lip. And so, needless to say, we continued watching Robot Chicken the rest of the time off. And oh my gosh, there was some stuff on there that just makes you cringe, but it was so good. And that Law and Order chicken skit, I'm gonna post it, because that thing is so worth sharing. And if you've seen Robot Chicken, AJM, you saw it. It's just it does go a little over the top sometimes, but sometimes they have these little skit inserts that are literally like 3 seconds long. And if you're not paying attention, you almost miss it, and you're just like, wait, what was that? And then you start laughing like, was that a robot humping a washing machine or something just crazy? Oh, it's so bad. So lunch break. I'm gonna wrap up my lunch break. Time off is a hard thing to do when you have a job. I know. Well, we had to play hard, work hard, and just we slept good. That's for sure, because some of those days out there would just wear us out. So it's been fun taking a little break with you for my lunch break. But I'm going to go back to finishing all my filing and just see if I can find something to do here at work for the next, I have 3.5 hours left. It's going to be a long day, the half of the day. The morning went by fast. I got a lot done and I'm happy, but now here's where the real hard part starts. So thanks you guys for listening. Oh, AJM, it was good to see you over here too on the chat. I didn't even realize that people were going to be able to start chatting. So now I get how Good Servant does it a little bit. That's cool. So I'm happy to see you too. And you guys, I'm happy to see everybody after this video. So let me edit the video real quick, or put the link in the description. And next time I come up with another story, maybe I'll do another live stream and we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get into some trouble tomorrow's. Oh yeah, we'll be on tomorrow too. I'll be in chat. We'll all chat. So love you, AJM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.